guess it's Paul Buckle after the game at Southend. Paul, another disappointing defeat.
Yeah, it's very hard to take at the moment. Again, the overall performance levels are really our place to come. Wasn't that bad, and the effort from the players was there. It's just at certain moments there's a bit of a weakness in us. We've just discussed it in the dressing room. Players have been very honest. It's been happening for a long time, and we've got to work our socks off now to try and cut them out, because again, I'm saying the same things every week. We're not under severe pressure. We're not, especially the second goal. We're not, in any big danger. We just find it very hard to concentrate for 90 minutes.
And it's crosses into the box. It's restarts and crosses into the box that are the constant problem.
Yep, that's right. And we will work at it, and we're going to have to keep working at it, because that's the bit that's costing us. So yeah, of course, you can work as long as you want, but you're totally dependent on any individual to do the job. And we know that. The boys know that. We've just spoke for sort of 10-15 minutes, and it's about taking ownership. It's about saying my man don't score.
It's not surprising that there's a lack of confidence in the squad, that the confidence in the squad is low, but there just doesn't seem to be belief or spirit in the squad either at the moment, Paul.
I think there's spirit in the squad. I wouldn't say there's a huge amount of belief, because belief comes from winning games, and we've struggled to win games all season. So it's tough. It's a tough time for us at the moment. I think again at 2-0, it's not like we've gone 3-4. We've been in the game. We've had a ball one cleared off the line. We've got in at their goal. We've just not had the cutting edge. But we've got to give ourselves something to build from. We can't be conceding 2 goals and expect to win a game.
1 win in 12 since you came into the club. Have you ever had a run like this before in your managerial career?
No, I haven't. No, but I've never taken over a club that's going in the wrong direction. So it's very hard to turn around at the moment. But we're working hard. We've brought new players in. We've had 2 games together. We're trying everything we can. But no, it's very difficult. I had no illusions when I came in of how hard it was going to be. And I think there's a reality to the players now. They realise that it's a serious situation, and it's one that we're all going to need to stick together and try and get the wins we need.
How do you do that? How do you keep everybody together?
Well, you just by being honest. By being honest, you can't. It's a blend, and I'm telling you exactly what I've just said in there. You can't. If every week since I've come in, you're just screaming and shouting or having a go at someone. You can't do that. You can't do it. You've got to get the balance right. And I think as a group of players now, they know that it's about us getting top performances out of each individual that starts and the ones that come on. Because like I say, we're not getting totally dominated in the game, but we're conceding goals that are really poor. I mean, they weren't great goals tonight at all. And the brighter side of it was that I felt that we did look dangerous, although we didn't find the back of the net. We've always got to remember where we've come to. We've come to, Matty Taylor was saying, we just played 2 of the top teams, which we have. So we've got to look at the positives. We can't hide and brush away the negatives, which is conceding goals like we have done for such a long time. But it's gonna take some honesty and ownership from everybody if we're gonna push up the league.
You say that we're looking for positives. There aren't many, I'm afraid. The club is in the situation it's in. How do you instill the belief into the squad and the spirit into the squad that they can come to places like this and they can play top teams like Bury on Saturday and believe that they can go out and beat?
You do your homework on the opposition. You talk about the same things you talk about each week, being strong in the 18-yard box, defending set plays. You do your homework. I've done it long enough to know how to win games. But like I said, it's very difficult to turn things around, and all the time we are conceding, poor goals. I need the players to own up, hold their hands up first and foremost. That needs to happen. Okay, so it's been a rocky season for everyone at the club. Okay, and I need the players to hold their hands up as well. I'll never come out here and shirk any questions. But as you say, it's 12 games. There's been changes because there needed to be. It's tight budget, we know all of those things, so it's not going to be easy at all. But you need some honesty. Hands need to be put up if you make a mistake, and you need to be better.
Do the players still believe? Do you believe that the players still believe in your methods and what you're trying to tell them?
I do. It's been a short time. It's what can I do in 12 games as a rule? You know, in terms of of course I would have liked more results, of course, but the change was made for a reason, because we was on a downward spiral, and I'm trying to turn it around, trying very hard. I thought the players tonight, the one thing that gave me hope was the spirit they showed. I don't think you ever saw the team jack. I don't think you ever saw the team give up or not chase down. Or the team was very honest tonight.
50 supporters in the away end tonight, and there were a few chants suggesting that they don't believe that you are the man who can turn this around. What could you say to them?
Well, I understand the frustration. Of course I do. You know, if I had a team that was flying, it would be difficult coming to Southend. It would be difficult playing Burton. I'm not making excuses, but they're top teams. We've got no God-given right to come here, you know, and there'll be a lot of teams that won't take any shame out of a 2-0 defeat. So what I would say is all the time the team is working its socks off and trying, you know, there's hope. But, you know, we've got to keep working hard and we've got to stick together. You know, I've not taken something over that's on the up, I've taken something over that's on the down. I'm doing my best to try and improve it. And the only the real chance I had was with these 5 coming in, and they've got a bed in. And I think attacking-wise, we look dangerous tonight.
I have to ask this: are you still the man to turn this around?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
You believe you are?
Yes.
And so going into Saturday then, at home to Bury, another tough game.
Yep.
So how do you then lift these players? And
like I said, you know, there's only so much the staff can do. There is, you know, and we all need to take responsibility. The players, there's a responsibility on the players' shoulders to raise themselves, okay, to lift themselves up, okay, because there's a lot of players still here that was here under Mark's reign, you know, and they've got to look at themselves as well, like we all are. It's an honest thing. We've got to look at ourselves and say, you know, been shipping goals all season. How do we stop it?
On the playing side, Jake Gray's loan is now up. And that really is the only scope that you have if you wanted to make another change to the squad and bring another player in, maybe in another area. So do you know where you're going to go with Jake Gray's loan? Are you going to try to extend that, or maybe look around and see for another area to try and change it?
Well, I think, you know, as I said to the players there, you know, I wasn't able to come in here and change the whole squad, right? Wasn't able to do that, and I wouldn't have done that, okay? Because that wouldn't have been logical. But of course, we've all got to look at it again. We've got to look at where the problems are arising from, where they're coming from, and we've got to try and stamp them out. And I'm not sure what I'll do with Jake yet. I think Jake's the core of our problems. That's all. I think it's in defensive positions.
Yeah, that's why I'm not suggesting he is. I'm just saying that because his loan is up and he's the one. Like, you've got 4 loans till the end of the season, and you've got one that is a month by month one. That's, you know, if you took Jake out, then you could look at maybe a defensive change.
You can look at any loan, because as long as all 3 parties agree on a loan staying or going back, you can look. We've got to look at everything. Look, you know, it's not been an ideal situation all season. It's not been an ideal situation when I come in, because when a manager loses his job, there's a lot of disruption and there's a lot of time needs to settle down. What we've got to do is find a solution quickly.
The club were 10 points above the relegation zone when you came in. Now it's down to 1.
Yeah.
Do you take responsibility for what's happened at the moment, from where the club was when you came in to where it is now? Do you take responsibility for that?
I think what I would take responsibility for is the last few games in terms of the goals we conceded. I've taken responsibility because I took the job, okay, but the change was made for a reason, and the goal difference was alarming. We seemed to stop that for a bit in terms of the 1-1s and 1-0 and, you know, 1 goal deficit. You know, today it's a 2 goal. It's been 3 goals and 3 goals. I know that. You know, but it's not easy. Never going to be easy at all to change this or turn this around.
Thank you, Paul.
Cheers.
Paul, are you feeling any pressure at all with what's going on? Is it? Do you wake up in the morning and scratch your head and think, where do I go from here?
I think the changes that I've made, I've been pleased with the players I've brought in, and I think, you know, I'm looking. Like I said there to the players, I'm looking for the chaps to hold their hands up. You know, if you make an error or you cost us, or you need to hold your hands up. And I think I've been searching for that since I come in. I've been searching for you know, to see if the players understand where the problems are, you know, because it's very hard to get a settled place and team spirit when, you know, 2 or 3 have moved on, 4 have moved on, and the ones that are still here mixing in with the new ones, and we're conceding goals. It's very difficult. It's a difficult time at the moment, but I don't think we're actually a million miles away. The players, I thought tonight, if the players tonight are down tools and not tried, I'd be ultra worried. But they didn't do that. I just think, you know, we've got to be better. We've got to find a way. Like all the teams that are down in and around us, we've got to try and find a way of winning games.
Obviously, we live in a media age where social media prevalence and conversations between players and supporters come up. There was a number of tweets come out tonight about Lee Vaughan being left out. He wasn't obviously happy. It's obviously something that happens in football, and fans get concerned by that. Do you understand the reasons why?
I don't do social media. Okay, so all I do is football management and coaching, and I try and get honest players. And I'd like to think that if any player had a problem, he'd knock on the door and come and see me. If he don't, there's a worry. So, yeah, you know, any player this season at Cheltenham, you know, we just said in there what everybody thinks that their position's safe. None of us do. You know, we're not winning games. We've not been winning games for a long time. We all need to man up.
Yeah, obviously when that happens and the fans who are already a bit discontented hear that, then the chant shout. I mean, were you aware of those while the game was going on?
No, I wasn't aware of that. And you know, Cheltenham fans have been different class. Look, they've been suffering this year like all of us. So, you know, all we're doing every day is working our socks off to try to turn the ship around. And I understand frustrations. I understand the pressures of management, the pressures of being a player, because I've done both of them for quite a while. So I know it's about trying to get wins, and trust me, I've done everything humanly possible to try and get a positive place, you know, mindset at the training ground, try and get a positivity in the place. But look, everyone needs to take responsibility. I think that's obvious.
Is this the toughest moments you've had in football?
It's the toughest job. Yeah, it's a tough job. It's tough to come in and take something over that's not on the up. And I take the questions of being whatever we were above relegation. I take that on the chin, but we're falling away. We're falling away. You know, managers don't leave because things are great. Okay, Mark did a tremendous job here, but you know, when I come in, it was on a down, and it's very hard to turn something around. It don't just happen straight away.
Obviously, how important is it going to be for the fans to come on Saturday with a positive mood and get behind the team, and not take that ill feeling maybe from tonight into the 2 minutes to 3 on Saturday?
The way it works is we start to hold on better in games, score goals, give the fans something to cheer about. That's how it works. I'm not expecting anything from anybody. Okay, there's a responsibility with the football players at Cheltenham Town Football Club that have been here for all season or 18 months, the new ones that have come in that have only been here for 2 games, and myself and the staff, and that's the way it is. I don't want anybody to give me any leg ups or favours or whatever. I know what I've took on, been in the job, 11 or 12 league games. It's not a really long time, but you know, at the same time, I knew how tough it was going to be.